All right, welcome everybody to the campaign. Yes, we have 4 players. This is Matt, the DM. We're about to introduce everybody to the world. So is everybody ready to get started?
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm gonna welcome the players as well, one by one. We have Tamara, we have Gerald, we have Ketrin, and we have Blake, and you'll be meeting them and their characters in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna begin our adventure on the continent of Virlinia. Magic exists in this realm, as do the gods, who govern over many natural disasters and conflicts caused by the denizens of its land. And its denizens vary. Though in this part of the continent of Virlinia, where we begin, we mostly see humans, elves, dwarves, gnomes, and halflings. But what lies in other lands or other planes of dimension, you hardly know. The continent of Virlinia is divided in 3 geographic provinces. Our adventure begins in the central provinces, which are lands verdant, flush with agriculture and viticulture. In fact, you learn of the 7 Sisters provinces, famous apple orchards, and red Merlot wines while growing up. This province, the province of the 7 Sisters, is known for its honesty and its hospitality. But you know, the further north you go, to the borders with the northern provinces, the Zemnian provinces, there are magocracies. These are cities ruled by mages, warlocks, and wizards. Very powerful magic in the north. The north is also where the king of Virlinia lives, in an area known for scattered warfare, city-states, provincial pride, and secret factions. To the south of where we're starting the game, there's a very rugged wilderness with a beautiful coastline and an intriguing interior. These are the Eruvian provinces, or the southern provinces. There's an ocean on the west of this province called the Zongian Ocean, and there is an ocean to the east of the Virlinian province, which is called the Malagasy Ocean. While growing up, you heard tales of pirates sailing the oceans in search of treasures and adventurers, but you haven't heard that many pirates return. So, a mystery perhaps awaits. Your characters awaken in Stonica village, which is ruled by a local mayor of noble heritage, a later generation relative of one of the king's cousins. Stonica village is the southernmost of the 7 Sisters, and we're starting in the province of the 7 Sisters, which is named for the 7 east coast water-facing, coastal towns of this part of the continent. Stonica village is considered the last major gateway before venturing south to the Eruvian provinces, and it is also considered a nice home for folks who want to get away from the deserts, the swamps, or the elven forests, or hillside halfling homes, to find perhaps new friends and adventure. The town's nickname is the Queen's Necklace because of its crescent shape along the shore and its relative beauty.
I'm wearing comfortable but serviceable clothes.
Any facial hair, any scars, anything of note?
No. Pretty boring, unexceptional face.
Simon, you turn to see 3 other bodies in the room. One of them slowly stirs awake. Looks like a person who's not quite as tall as you, and they look to be perhaps of the rock gnome variety. Nix, if you could introduce yourself and describe what you look like.
Nix is a very young, about 23-ish year old rock gnome who looks, she's about 3'2", so pretty short. She's got close cropped brown hair of a rather bland color and very dark eyes. They look almost black. She's got a little bit darker skin for being on seafaring ships for a while, and bright eyes, and a face that tends to smile.
Simon and Nix lock eyes and realize there's another person awake in this room.
So do we now do something? Okay.
Yeah, you might want to talk to each other, introduce yourselves to each other.
Yeah.
You can see each other, and you can see there are two people that are still sleeping at the moment.
I guess I'll whisper, shout, and be like, "Good morning," and then laugh.
What are you doing here?
I slept here. What about you?
I mean, same. Have you noticed anything different about this place? Why you come here?
Well, I mean, at home I don't normally sleep with 4 other people in the same room. Do you want to come over here? That way we don't have to whisper.
Yeah, sure. Or we could wake them up. I mean, it's 6 a.m. They should be up and moving by now.
As Nyx kind of gives her advice about what to do, Nyx notices, in fact, there is another gnome in this room, slowly being stirred awake by the very light conversation going on. Sibo, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself and describe what you look like.
Hi, I'm Sibo. I am Forest Gnome, and I'm about a little less than 3 feet. And I would say medium built, and my eyes are kind of the characteristic that distinguishes me because my left eye is blue and my right eye is green. So I've been called odd eyes all the time. And my skin is brown, and I have a long braided blonde hair and a scruffy mustache.
So, Sibo, you notice there's another gnome and a human kind of speaking to each other, and one other person sleeping in bed at the moment. What do you do?
I whisper to the people, say, "Hi, what's going on?
Nothing.
Where is it?
What? Where's what?
Where are we? I don't remember anything."
Are you okay?
I think I went to deep sleep, and somehow I don't remember much before. But this is interesting. I kind of like it.
What were you doing to make you forget you to sleep?
I was drinking last night, and the last thing I remember is somebody gave me a red drink that smelled a little funky, and I sip it down, and that's the last thing I remember.
Well, normally at this point I would offer you a Bloody Mary, but considering the fact that you've been caught with a red drink, I have a feeling that may bring unpleasant memories. But if you'd like to come down, I can get you some coffee for both of you if you'd like.
Simon, as soon as you say the word coffee, you notice 2 elven ears slowly perk up from underneath a bedspread. The elf has now awoken. Could you introduce yourself?
I am Butternut, aka Boo. I'm lanky elf, dark skin with red and gray clothes, and some very, very big goggles on his head. That's about it.
Boo, you notice that the word coffee really got your attention from whoever this human is standing in your room.
I need some coffee, please. Whoever said coffee, give me some. I'm so tired. Wait, where am I? Who are you?
Why don't we all go downstairs? I'll get everyone coffee, but I am not paying for breakfast.
Sounds fair.
Good enough. As long as I'm energized.
So the 4 travelers in various states of still yawning and stretching and finally getting dressed walk downstairs to the aroma of fresh bread and hot grilled bacon wafting from the kitchen on the ground floor. It's about 8:30 in the morning now. You see 6 tables and you're actually the first to arrive for breakfast. The four of you decide to sit together at a long table with 6 chairs, and you're seated 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. You hear a couple of people kind of banging pots and pans in the background when a woman in an apron pops out and says, "Good morning!"
Good morning.
Good morning.
A stout, red-headed, dwarven barmaid starts walking towards you. She wears a flashy gold medallion with clearly fake emeralds in it with a circle in the center. Her nose is almost shaped like a pig snout. She looks at you all and says, "Anyone for mead or coffee?"
4 coffees, please.
Just give me coffee.
And how much is that going to cost, if I'm
Oh,
right?
you all paid for this last night. Breakfast is included.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh.
I hadn't realized that hotels in this part of the area had reached such levels of customer service. I appreciate that. Thank you.
We aim to please. This is the Welcome Wench, after all. She snorts as she runs to the back and fetches someone to get 4 coffees for the group.
This is amazing. I was not expecting that. I thought I was going to have to pay through the nose for this and skip breakfast. So this is very good.
Ooh, free coffee. Who doesn't like free stuff? Woohoo!
I know, right?
Always.
So what are you guys
Best
planning to
option.
do today?
Make money. That's all I do. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
Very hedonistic, don't you think?
I
What do
mean,
you do to make money?
I swallow my swords. What else do you think I do? I'm gonna pull out both my swords. Not gonna swallow them yet because you're not paying me, probably. Wait, if I do it right now, then you'll have to pay me. Gonna
How
start
about
taking or swallowing it, like outstretching one of my arms, trying to get money.
or how about you swallow swords and I pour the hot coffee down to your throat and see how you like that?
Gonna take it out. I want coffee too. Like that's why we're having breakfast together. It's just I just want coffee, so that probably won't be too bad.
Keep swallowing the sword so I can take your share.
No. Also, I need money. I just did an incredible stunt right there. Payment needed.
My friend, not going to happen. I'm not legally obliged to pay you, and I appreciated the show. It was great. If you want, we can take you outside and attempt to create a crowd, but it's like, have you ever been on vacation and there are those guys with like the iguanas and they're like, I'm going to give you an iguana and take a picture, and now you take a picture? Not going to happen. Sorry.
Hey.
I am sorry to interrupt this great conversation about swords and making money, but I was wondering if anybody found a scroll in their backpack last night.
I was just going to ask that.
I haven't checked. Can I check?
Go ahead and check.
Yes, please, because it's not in mine, obviously, since I'm asking what the scroll is.
So those of you who received a scroll in your backpack last night have a contract for which you were hired to meet someone here at the Welcome Wench named Archimad for a job bringing a double shipment of salt from here to Rakxe City, which is the city to the north, to someone named Lady Miranda Blackhawk. The contract said that upon delivery, the job would pay you 30 gold pieces each, which is a pretty good deal for new adventurers. The contract doesn't tell you who else you would be traveling with, just that you wouldn't go alone. You were also told that you should defend the cart at all costs.
So is salt a precious resource in this world?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the thing that went on in Western Africa where you could exchange it for gold? Or it's like worth its weight in gold going north-south?
Could you make a history check? So
Okay.
roll a d20.
A d20, okay.
And we're going to compare it to your intelligence penalty or bonus. And then we'll tell you the answer.
Okay. Here we go. D20. Okay, I got 20, and
Okay.
I have a +3 on history.
So Simon knows quite a bit about the history of salt in this region of the province of the Seven Sisters. In fact, he knows that in the city of Rakxe to the north, it's mostly known for two industries, salt and tin.
Okay.
In addition, in Rakxe city's past, they have used salt instead of gold when they didn't have currency because it is so precious.
So then, are there a lot of mines in the area of Rakxe, or where?
Yes.
Okay. But we're supposed to deliver salt there from here.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe not
You might
yet.
want to ask the party what they think of that.
Okay, guys, do you have any idea of how someone could profit from shipping salt from a place that has very little salt to a place that has a lot of salt?
And they're asking us to defend this with our lives.
I don't think it's salt.
It doesn't matter as long as we're getting paid. That's all I need. I don't care if it's a demon in there, as long as it doesn't kill me and I get paid. That's all worth it. It's all good.
Is this some kind of rail pink? Like, is it some kind of rare salt, perhaps?
It's like the pink.
Are there any salt mines around the city where we are?
And Sona said no.
No. Okay. So
this is salt that probably came from somewhere else. As the four of you talk, a scullery maid with kind of like a jaw that sticks out pops out. She has like a fringe haircut. Looks a little put off by having to work, and she looks at all of you and plops down 4 coffees on the table and says to you all, "Mead, anyone?"
No, thank you. But I would really appreciate, some toast, some bacon, all that really good smell. Please send compliments to the cook.
We're making it. Coming right up. And she runs back behind the curtain.
Well.
So is everyone on board with this job? How are we going to split the money if we complete it?
Well, it's 30 pieces per person. That seems pretty clearly stated.
Yeah. Kind of already split.
Double my purse, so I wouldn't complain about going on this trip.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it, even though I don't think we're transporting salt.
This could be interesting. I don't have anything planned, so might as well just go along. Sounds fun.
Yeah. It's a lot of money for a day's work, so
yeah,
it's kind of worth it anyway.
If you wouldn't mind me asking a couple more quick questions about salt, Matt.
Okay, you're not in character now.
Are there types of salt in the area, and is there anywhere else that has high concentrations of salt mines aside from Rakxe?
Could you roll another history check?
Oh, I have to do it again? I thought I just know everything about salt now. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Never mind, it's fine. I was going to capitalize on the fact that apparently I know everything about salt.
You know quite a lot about this region, yes. So the 4'1" dwarven barmaid pops back out and says, "Breakfast, everyone!" And she pops down these huge wooden plates of freshly toasted bread, cheese and honey drizzled on, and several rashers of sharply cooked bacon with a lot of pepper on it. She says, "Anyone else need more coffee or mead?"
More
fine.
coffee, please.
More coffee coming right up. And
If I
she
could
looks
actually
over.
Some
what's
water.
that?
If I could actually get some water, or if you don't have clean water here, then juice.
We
Drink.
don't drink water with breakfast, just coffee or mead.
Well, my friend, I'm not interested in getting a headache, so I would really appreciate it if I could have water of some sort.
Mead clears your head. Mead coming right up. And she
No.
runs back behind her.
You're never not getting it.
I'm going to have to go talk to the people who run this inn.
The barmaid comes back out and says, "So, this is my property. My name's Verla. I am the Welcome Wench. What brings you adventurers here?" And she pops down to Simon a mug of mead.
Thank you for the mead. However, I didn't ask for it. I would really appreciate it if I could have water or something else. Juice. I don't need water. Anything that has a good, juice, milk, something like that.
We have milk. Would you like some milk?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Oh, I'll get it in a moment. Well, why don't we pass this mug of mead to that tall, handsome stranger in the group? And she eyes the elf and nudges to Simon to push the mug over to the elf at the table.
Thank you for the beautiful compliments.
And elf, what brings you here to Stonica?
I'm brought here by two things: fame, fortune, and that's it. That's all the two things, nothing else.
She says, "The only two things?"
Yes.
She raises her eyebrow at you, kind of snorts.
I know I said two things a lot, but it's the only two things.
And, Ranger, what about you? Why did you come here to Stonica?
I was just strolling down the village one day, and I figure, you know what? Maybe it's time that I go out and, have some fun or try to figure out somebody who doesn't look like me. So I did that, and then sort of, went with different travelers here and there, and then this person talked about this, party that sounded interesting, so I just went along with it. And then I woke up in this inn. I don't know how I got here, but it's interesting.
Oh, so you're not from the Seven Sisters? Where are you from?
I am from Gullikin.
Oh, that's in the central part of our province. It's not too far. Maybe a couple days by cart.
Okay. So maybe this mission might take me to further down or somewhere.
Maybe. If you've never been to the coast before, I'm sure you're going to meet somebody.
Ocean breeze sounds great.
I agree, son. This is why I decided to set up here after my cousin passed away, and she gave me this tavern.
Oh, really?
My cousin Ivila. She was a wizard up in the north. But she decided to retire and take over this tavern here in Stonica. But when she passed away, she gave it to me, and I've been here ever since.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Verla looks over at the druid and said, Are you interested in milk? I know druids like cows.
Yes.
Are you okay with the bacon?
Oh, I'm totally fine with the bacon. Life lives, life dies, and then life is made to feed further life. So I have no issue.
Okay. Progressive. I like it. I like it.
I'm here. Yeah, well, the last captain didn't like what I was doing on his ship, so I was stuck here. They've been drifting around the town for the past week or so, trying to avoid the docks. But this is one of the best inns in town, so I thought I'd stay here.
Good choice. Great choice. This is the best inn, the welcomest inn in town.
It is.
Want to hear a funny joke, Druid?
Sure.
Druid, what do you call a fish with no eyes?
Good one.
Wizard, I'll go get your milk. Coming right back.
Thank you.
As Verla, the barmaid, scoots back into the background, you notice a halfling walking down from upstairs. And she comes down in full halfling gear. She has very tan, leathery skin. She's quite short, about 3.5 feet tall. A little less, actually, than 3.5 feet tall. She has 3 earrings in each ear. Very wrinkly skin. She looks like she might be hungover from the night before. She looks over at you, turns up her nose, and then sits at a table by herself and yells, "Verla, mead, now!" Kind of slumps over in the corner.
Can I do a check? I don't know what sort of check to see if I know anything about her because of her clothing.
That'd probably be insight, right?
Insight.
Yeah, you could do an insight check. Yeah, you want to think to see if you notice anything about her clothing? Okay.
I don't know.
Alright. So that would be D20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I got 4, and then I have a proficiency bonus insight, so that'd be 6.
So the total is how much?
6.
Okay.
Not very much.
You can't quite tell anything in particular based on what she's wearing, but it's possible that some of your other party members might notice something else about this character just based on what they can see.
I'm gonna try to figure out who this lady is by looking at her.
By looking at her? Okay.
By looking. No, I'm gonna smell the air and try to see who she is.
So this is an insight check. This would be an insight check. So go ahead and roll D20.
Insight. Insight, wisdom. Oof, that's not good. That's a 7.
I'll do an insight.
Go for it. Yeah.
The nat 20.
You can't quite recognize anything in particular about this person's outfit.
Dang, the nat 20 at the start kind of took everyone's luck away.
Yep, same here. I rolled a 2, and I have a 2. Got a 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nix, you can't quite figure out anything new or novel about this person's dress.
Okay, so it seems like it's up to me now.
So
is this D20?
D20, correct. Mm-hmm. And then if you have proficiency in insight, or whatever your penalty or bonus is. So
I got 19.
Okay.
19, and then I have an insight of +2, and then proficiency of +2.
23, excellent. So you are guessing that this person, from the 3 earrings in each ear, and by the leather epaulettes on her clothing, that this person is probably a sailor at some point in her past, but she is not currently a sailor anymore. You're not sure if the scars on her skin have anything to do with being engaged in piracy in the past. Like, was she involved in a battle of some kind? Did she hurt somebody? You can't tell, but you notice a scar on her neck that you didn't quite notice the first time that you saw her. This person definitely has had a seafaring past. The halfling kind of slumps over a little bit. Seems kind of oblivious to the 4 of you, checking her out and her clothes.
She's probably very hungover.
Maybe she was at the same party that you were at last night, Sibo. Did you see her there?
I think I remember I think her distinctive earring is somewhat recognizable, so I think I remember her, but I don't remember the interaction we had. I just know that we drank together.
Verla pops back out, drops a mug of milk in front of Simon.
Thank you.
And then hobbles over to drop a mug of mead to the halfling. The halfling mutters, "Thanks." And Verla goes back to retrieve some more breakfast.
You know, Sibo, you might have been in danger of getting shanghaied there. It's a good thing you weren't.
Who knows? Who knows what have they done? Because I don't remember much. Maybe I can go to that halfling and see if I can piece some of the things together.
Good luck, man.
So I'm gonna head over there and say hi to the halfling.
The halfling looks up at you and said, unless you're buying me another mug of mead, what do you want?
I think I remember you from party last night. Do you remember seeing me?
Honestly, I don't remember much of anything. I was just drinking mead after mead, and I sort of passed out last night upstairs. I don't know what else to do in this town. Just gotta stay away. She looked kind of sad, actually.
So what's going on? So you got no plans today, or?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about it. I mean, this is why I'm stuck in Stonica to begin with. She kind of sniffles a little bit, and you notice a small tear from the corner of her eye fall down her face.
You should pump her.
Yikes. You know what? I'll order a cup of mid for her and me, and we can maybe talk about it a little bit.
Hey, so you shout.
Everybody's friend here.
You shout at the kitchen curtain for 2 more meads, and that small scullery maid with the chin comes back out, gives you, Sibo, a mead, and the halfling another mead. The halfling quickly finishes her first and starts on the second. She waves her hoof of a hand to you, her leathery hand, and says, "My name's Shayna."
Hi, Shayna.
Shayna Wellness. I'm from that halfling village about half a day up north from here. Well, first of all, thanks for the mead. You're a very kind stranger to do that. So I don't really have any plans here in Stonica other than to think about what I've done and all the pain I've caused to my family. See, I don't think I can bear to show my face anymore to my village because of what happened to my cousin.
I'm sorry, but can I ask what happened with your cousin, if that's okay? No pressure.
She wipes another few tears away and says, my cousin, Happy Shoals, the happiest little halfling in this part of the province. I was meant to mind him and teach him about the art of cooperage, making barrels. So one day we were in the woods sawing timber, and I says to him to finish the pile, and he said he'd take care of it. So I took a short rest under this maple tree. It was maybe only 10 minutes, but when I woke up, I heard a struggle in the distance, and it looked like Smiley Bob carrying something in a big sack. And whatever was in that sack, it was still alive. And I detected what was in that sack was my cousin, Happy. I could tell from the screams. After that,
Oh
he
no.
never came back. And it was my fault. She quickly chugs the second mead and says, I don't know if you can help me with this, but I can't show my face around the village. It was my fault that Bob took him.
I'm so sorry to hear that, but we don't know if he is still alive, right?
I hope he is, but the way that my neighbors have been treating me lately, the way they judge me with their eyes, they know and I know he's gone for good. So I think they blame me for us losing him. But the fact is, anyone could have come by and taken Happy. It could have been goblins, a troll, it could have been wolves, it could have been anybody. It was Bob, so it's a little strange. And so, I don't know, I just ran. I ran away. I ran away from my family. I was so ashamed. And that's why I've been here in Stonica, just drinking the days away, thinking, will I ever be able to accept responsibility? But I don't know. I see you over there with your friends. I don't know if you could help me think of a plan to rescue him. I don't know if you're doing anything today. I don't have anything I could give you except maybe these gems. And she shows you, Sibo, a small bag in her pocket with about 5 small gems, which look to be pretty decent worth.
If you wouldn't mind me asking, can I overhear this?
You can overhear this whole conversation.
Can I do a check to see if, whatever her name is lying?
How are you going to do that? Like, what will you say or do?
I don't know what I would say or do. I'm wondering if that's a thing that you can do.
You can do that.
Okay.
So I think that would be, I'm thinking if it's insider perception. Hold on. Check if someone's lying. Yeah, that would be insight check, actually.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for an insight check.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
So yeah, everybody else who's not with Sibo, you can hear this whole conversation.
Okay. So I got a 9.
Do you have any bonuses or anything?
Well, that's with the bonuses.
For as much as you can tell, Shayna's telling the truth.
Okay.
Can I do, when I glimpse over the 5 stole gems,
Mm-hmm.
can I do an insight check on how valuable they are or what they are?
Yes. Let me see here. Yep, go ahead and do that. So roll a d20.
All right. And roll. I got 17, and then with all the bonuses, so it's plus 4, so it'll be 21.
Your best guess is that these gems are each worth in the range of 50 to 100 gold pieces, and she has 5 of them.
Wow.
I
So
think
they are quite valuable.
They look valuable to you, yes, absolutely.
So in a way, it will be more worth it to go on this quest than the salt business.
Sibo, are you telling your friends that? Or are you still talking to Shayna?
So this is what I was thinking, and then I do a little hint, and say,
Shayna says to you, Sibo, your friends, they really are your friends, right?
yeah, we met a couple hours and we're sharing coffee and breakfast, so I guess we're friends.
Yeah, we
Right?
are.
Guys?
She says,
The best friend.
She says, can I just bring the rest of my meat over and join you for breakfast? I can tell you the rest of the story.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Nix is like, come on over.
Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
so all 5
just
of you
come on
are now
down.
seated. And Shayna says to all you, so nice to meet you all. My name is Shayna Wellness. I'm from the Halfling commune, just on the road north, going to Rakxe City. Maybe you overheard me talking about my cousin. I'm just all torn up about it. It happened so recently. It happened so fast. I was minding my little baby cousin Happy, and he was taken away by Bob. And we haven't heard from Happy since. And my neighbors think, and I don't know what I think, but my neighbors think he's dead.
What about Bob?
Who is he?
Bob?
Oh, Bob. None of you are halflings. You don't know the story of Bob. I'll tell you. Once upon a time, this was maybe 15 years ago, we had a fighter in our village named Reed Lightfoot. He became friends with a bear in the forest, and the way that he did it was by scaring off some trolls that were trying to hurt the bear. But before Reed and the bear could get away, one of the trolls had clawed Bob the bear's face right across the front of it to look like Bob is always smiling because the scar of where the troll clawed him across the face is in the shape of a jagged little smile. And so we call him Bob, or Smiley Bob. And he's friendly to halflings. We live in peace in the commune. And we don't hurt each other, and we get along just fine. But something changed in Bob recently, and I didn't see it coming. I'm sorry. I'm still upset about this. So, so I think Bob, or whoever is controlling Bob, took Happy somewhere, maybe to the coast, maybe to a cave. I don't know. But I tell you who probably does know. It's the elder in my village, Gerard. You could ask Gerard about the recent whereabouts of Smiley Bob. But don't tell him that I sent you, because I don't think I can show my face to my family.
Why don't you just come with us and wear a mask or something?
Do you have a mask? Do you see these ears? A halfling can smell another halfling a mile away.
We could dump you in sewage. There you go. Then they won't smell you. It's perfect.
Wait.
At first,
Yes.
At first she looks slightly offended, and then she says to you, "Boo, put her there. That's a funny one."
I wasn't joking. Dump you in sewage.
Question. We don't know what languages we all speak, right?
Not yet.
Okay, so Nyx turns to Sibo and says in Gnomish, if anyone else from the group can understand, chime in. But I just thought I'd point out that I think these salt things are in the same direction.
Oh.
I'm gonna in-gnome it
That's good to
today.
know.
That's pretty cool. We can get even more money.
Can I ask? Oh, I can't remember this halfling's name. I know her last name's Wellness. What's her first name?
Shayna.
Jaina. Okay. Jaina, if you wouldn't mind me asking, so then are you a Cooper?
I am.
Do you enjoy your job?
I do.
I'm so sorry about losing your cousin. I mean, you must have enjoyed being able to teach him all the stuff about making barrels.
I wanted Happy to be a Cooper's apprentice and take up the same trade as me and not become a sailor. Pirates are the worst, let me tell you.
I know all about it.
Mm-hmm. Put her there, sister. And she reaches over at Nyx and does another high five kind of thing. I like you, you four.
If you wouldn't mind, I've been thinking about provisioning, I've got a friend, he works on some ships. I've been thinking about provisioning for a voyage myself. I'm wondering if you have suggestions about what kind of wood barrels would be a good idea for me to get for a long-distance voyage.
For a ship?
Yeah.
Or for a barrel?
Well, for a barrel, not a ship. I couldn't expect you to know anything about ships.
Yeah. Well, the cooperage that's connected to the city of Adamica that sells some of the best wine in the region, they prefer cedar and oak for their barrels.
Cool. Is that what you would use as well?
If I got hired, but once they see that you've been a pirate, no one wants to hire you. It's like discrimination on discrimination. They see the earrings, they see the scar, and they don't want Shayna.
So you used to be a pirate then?
Mm-hmm.
I see. So then, is that... I don't know. I mean, I don't want to pry, and if you don't want to talk about it, of course. But, so did you, from going to piracy, did you come back to your commune? Were you born there originally?
I was.
It's just interesting. I don't meet that many halflings.
I was born in Riverslide Commune. My whole family is still there. Gerard is still there. He was the elder when I was growing up, and he's still the elder now. But I wanted adventure, and that's how I became a cleric.
Wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Listen. I've got to get to thinking and planning. But if you're interested and you can think of a way to help me or find out where Happy went, I'd be sure to help you out with some gems. And she shows all of you the same bag of gems that she showed Sibo earlier. Just restore my name. Let them know it wasn't my fault. And whatever you can find about Happy, find out for me. Tell Gerard. Tell them it wasn't me.
We can certainly try.
We'd be
That's a fair
obliged.
request.
She says,
I'm into it.
She says, well, have you been to Rakxe City before?
No.
She says, well, you can't get lost. Just stay on the eastern road, and at the fork, turn left. That's where you're going to see the White River. And if you turn northwest from the White River, that's where the Riverslide Homestead is. That's the commune for halflings. And you do know that halflings live inside hills, right? So you're not looking for homes. You're looking into the hills. And we built these little windows and doors. She looks Simon up and down, and she looks Boo up and down and says, I don't know if you'll fit, but we'll do our best to welcome you. I know how my family is. And that's the Riverslide Homestead. It's all 100% halflings. You'll have a day. You'll definitely have a day of it.
Okay. Thanks for all the info and the potential new job.
She says, by the way, bring some water or food with you because it's about 3 hours by foot getting there. And then if you're coming back, it's another 3 or 4 hours by foot. So this might not be a one-day adventure. You might want to sleep overnight somewhere. So just be prepared. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So are we on board with these two plans since they're in a similar direction?
Yeah, I'm on board.
She seems authentic, but I'm still suspicious. It doesn't make sense for someone to just unload so much stuff on random people you meet in a bar. And then also her dress, even though she says she used to be a pirate, kind of contradicts what she was saying about this and her young cousin. And I want to check what she said about the cedar and oak barrels, because I suspect that she may have just made that up.
Mm-hmm. At some point, Simon, you might want to see if you can find another cooper or another person who makes barrels to see if what Shane is saying is valid.
Yeah. So, and also, considering the fact they're halflings and they live in hills, I think we shouldn't take the way she's suggesting, because it would be very, very easy to stage an ambush. And instead, we should probably go around the back end, just to guard our back, just in case.
So Shane has already disappeared and gone back up to her room. She skipped food for breakfast. I guess she was only having mead. And Verla comes back out and says, "Hey, Druid, I got another one for you. You ready?"
Sure.
What do you call a deer that has no eyes?
A drrrr.
No idea.
Ah! Good one.
What's with you and no eyes? What are you trying to take our eyes out? What's your deal?
I love it. I love a good joke.
Okay, I'm just gonna protect my eyes. No,
so
I don't want to
That's
take my
goggles
eyes.
for, isn't it?
Yeah,
have
I'm
you
gonna
four
pull down
figured
my
out what
goggles.
you're gonna do today?
Also, secondary idea. We could go to the village where she's saying, but not say that we're actually looking for what she wants us to look for, and instead ask questions but claim that we're there solely for the salt thing and that we got lost.
Good point. point.
That could work. And
I
then,
like that.
if we know where this Bob the Bear went, maybe we can clarify everything.
I think we should time it so that we arrive there late, so we have to stay the night, and then we can use that time to gather any information we need.
And noting about food or provisions, I've got this spell called Goodberry, and it produces 10 good berries, and each good berry will sate the hunger of a grown man for an entire day.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
restore 1 hit point, by the way.
Nice.
That's a cool spell.
Yeah. Wait, do we have rations? No, we don't. Never mind.
Raccoons.
Rations.
Oh,
No,
raccoons.
Verla
yeah,
says to you, Verla says to you, if you want to go, if you all want to go shopping, there's a few provisioners outlets open. There's an armory. I can point the way. It's not hard to. It's not difficult to find any of these places. Stonica is a pretty small village.
Okay.
Okay.
We
I
should.
might be able to use an upgrade on my armor.
What do you have for armor?
I've got light leather armor.
Also, have we considered how exactly we're supposed to transport this salt, and where it is, and who it is that we are supposed to allegedly meet to get the salt?
Verla looks over at you and says, "The salt? Were you here for the salt?
Yes.
Yeah.
You should have told me. And you should have gotten here earlier, because someone took the salt last night."
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Already contractually obligated.
Yeah, I've seen Archimod here a few times, and I never know who he's working with. But someone took the salt last night, so if you're here for the salt, someone took that job right out from under you.
Well, it was probably a demon.
Salt. We should go talk to this guy to make sure that we don't owe him any money before we leave.
Oh, Archimod.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where he is, but my best guess is he probably went north. So, Rakxe City, maybe Karanchi City. My guess is he probably went north.
So he's
What does it
not
look like?
Short guy with a very long beard, pointy hat. Pretty sure he's a wizard or a warlock, but I'm not 100% sure. He could be wearing a disguise. He's got a bushy mustache, small eyes, big ears, and he smells a little bit like unmentionables. Let's just call them. Let's just say he smells like the ocean.
Funky?
Smells like dead fish. I don't want him staying in my tavern. In fact, I'm quite thankful that whenever he comes by to pick up adventurers, he never spends the night.
He probably thought of the raw sewage disguise I was talking about earlier.
He looks at you and says, "Put her there, son. That's another good one."
Hey! Okay,
Fighter, do you want to hear a joke about a piece of paper?
sure.
Do you want to hear a joke about a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Never mind. It's terrible.
Before he gave me cardiac arrest.
She says, "Well,"
Dying right now.
she's like, "Bring back if you were all gonna go up to Rakxe, bring me back a few new good jokes. I always love a good one."
Sure.
And do you need a good word in from any of the local provisioners?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, there is a gnome named Alston who runs the Collar and Boots just up the road. If you need anything related to leather, you can talk to him and tell him that Verla sent you. If you need any provisions like arrows, a bow, rations, water skins, anything like that, you want to head over to the Dagger and Dart. Dan runs the Dagger and Dart. Really nice guy. He and his wife have 2 little babies, and I highly recommend his shop. And both of those shops are just up the same road. You just want to walk north They're both going to be on your left.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else you need?
No, but I have a joke for you.
I would love to hear it.
What do you call someone with no body and no nose?
What do you call someone with no body and no nose? I have no idea.
That's right. Nobody knows.
Go on.
She says to you,
Nobody knows.
come back at night, round of ale for your whole party.
Thank you.
Lady, you gotta start comedy club in here.
Yeah, we gotta start collecting
Show up.
funds so we can get free food.
This entire campaign is about jokes now. This is our quest for jokes. I don't care about this lady's cousin. It's all about the jokes.
There's 3 things that Boo cares about now. I love it. All right, so Berla goes back. She clears up the breakfast, and it's about 9. It's about 10 o'clock now in the morning. What do you all do?
Well, hold on. I've got a quick question for Nyx. I know you haven't spent very much time around the dock, that you've been specifically avoiding it, but for the short period of time that you were there, did you see anyone matching Aramon's description?
I've honestly, in the last week I've been around town, I've seen him like flitting in and out of shadows. Archimod. But he's not really a guy that I think spends a bunch of time in one place. So honestly, the best bet would be to ask a local because I know nothing.
No.
Sorry, man. In that case,
So
What are we going to do?
where should we go?
well, if we're not going to get salt, are we
Should we
still
just
going to go
head
for
to-
Archimod?
Yeah, we could go for.
I mean, technically, he should be going in the same direction as we're aiming to go. Are we going to do this happy thing?
Well, I want to check with a
I
Cooper
won't
if there's
do
a
it.
Cooper in town. Is there a Cooper in town? Oh, great Dungeon Master.
Your best guess is if somebody sells bows and arrows, they would either know a Cooper or be a Cooper also, or have that in their background.
Okay. So are there bow and arrow salesmen in the town?
Wait,
Yeah.
she just
So this is the Dagger and Dart. It's a shop just up the road on your left.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. I'm sorry. I should have written that.
No problem. Everyone's doing great.
How about we all go to Dagger and Dart and restock some of the stuff, and maybe we'll then decide where we're gonna head it.
Okay.
How about
sounds
that?
good.
Okay,
So-
to Dagger and Dart we go.
To the Dagger and Dart we go. It's a very short walk, only about 4 or 5 minutes up the road along the seaside on your right, and the town buildings are on your left. You walk inside to this one-floor building, and you see a man in his early 30s. He has short, brown hair, very small eyes, super friendly smile, light beard. He's got very hairy and muscular arms, and one of those like shirts where you can see he has a barrel chest. He looks like Chris Mazur, like the Olympian athlete. In the corner of the shop, you see a woman about the same height, really beautiful, dark brown neck length hair. She has like a very distinctive deep laugh, like and she looks a bit like Amy Adams, the actress. In the same corner are 2 children playing with wooden toys and this lady, so she's probably their mother. The man welcomes all of you and says, Hi, welcome to the Dagger and Dart. What are you looking for today? My name's Dan.
Hi, Dan. Party of 4 looking for all kinds of things, but we were sent here by Verna. You know her?
Oh, I love the welcomest wench of the land. Of course I know Verla. What can I get for you?
Well, I was just looking at this bow and arrow you have on the wall. It's absolutely beautiful. How do you make that kind of thing?
I mean, it takes years of practice to become an expert bowyer. But my wife and I are both involved in the business. Shia is actually even better than I am
Really?
at making bows. Shia is excellent. Ain't that right, Shia? And Shia, the lady with the nice hair, looks over and kind of winks and says, I am one of the best in the region, yes. Don't I know it? And she goes back to kind of like playing with the kids.
Okay.
Dan says, are you interested in a bow, young sir?
Well, not really. It's just I was more admiring the beauty. I've never seen wood at such a high polish or to be able to appreciate the grain. But, I mean, I don't really have much experience with bows. I was just admiring it. Do you make anything other than bows?
We make arrows. We make slingshots. We do a few light weapons, so some daggers and swords. Yeah, I mean, look around. I've got a lot of my stuff.
Do you have any throwing knives?
We do.
You do? Do you have suggestions for good ones?
For what kind?
A good throwing knife for someone like me.
I mean, the best that you can find in my shop are going to be these daggers. And he shows you some daggers with a very beautiful black leather hilt. He says, I got a few of these on offer, if you're interested.
How much do they cost?
Here, go look this up. Each one is 2 gold.
That's pretty expensive. I mean, they're beautiful weapons, but I don't think I can afford it. Do you have anything a little bit cheaper?
Cheaper than a dagger? Slingshot? If it sounds like you're interested in damaging people from afar, I would recommend the slingshot. We have a few slings back here. Beautiful wood, beautiful craftsmanship. Ain't that right, Shia? And Shia says, you know it.
Yeah.
I made that.
So, how much for the slingshot?
It's 1 silver. Very good deal. Much better deal, in fact.
I'll
Yeah.
take a slingshot.
Okay. So you give... do you need change?
Yes, please.
Okay, so 1 gold piece is 10 silvers. The slingshot only costs 1 silver, so if you give him 1 gold, that's 9 silvers back. And he hands you the sling and says, tell Shia how you use it. Come on back.
Okay, sounds good.
Anything else I can get the 4 of you?
Well,
I was thinking you have water bottles.
Water skins? I have a few. Would you like some?
how much?
How
do they
much
cost?
would they?
Each one is 2 silver pieces. And the ones I have in the back, they're full. Clean water.
I'll take one.
Anyone else want one?
I'll take one, please.
I'll
Okay, so-
take.
So it's 2 silver pieces. Again, a silver is like a dime. So if you're paying with gold, just get your change.
So 14 gold.
He looks at you and says, you must be an adventuring party if you're getting water skins. Could I interest you in some rations to go with those water skins?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, hardtack rations. It's like oats and granola. Very natural.
I mean, it sounds
Olives.
interesting, but
Yeah, we make them here.
How much does it cost?
How much do they cost? 3 rations, so a full day's worth, will only cost you 5 silvers.
Interesting.
Or I'll sell you 1 for 2 silvers.
That's even worse. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, a man's got to make money here.
Of course.
I feel you on that one.
Well, thank you for your time. You guys, I'm going to say this to you, not next to him. I'm going to go check out the other place that sells provisions. You guys keep this guy occupied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we just ask him
Simon
about
steps
the...
out.
Yeah. So I'll step out. I go down to the other shop that sells provisions.
Yeah, the collar and boots. Okay, I'll explain that in a second. We'll finish up here at Dagger and Dark first.
Sounds good.
Also,
Anything
I have
else
a
I can get you guys?
question. So, how many silver pieces are for 1 gold?
1 gold is 10 silvers.
Okay, got it.
So no rations? How far are you going? Is this a 1-day trek? A 2-day trek?
Well, it's a
3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours? This sounds like an overnight trip. So what I would recommend is getting a full day's worth of rations and get back here in time for lunch.
That sounds good.
Maybe. We should probably look around more before we make final decisions.
He says, well, the only other place you're going to get decent food in town is at Verla's, and she doesn't do her food to go, if you know what I mean.
We understand.
You need a
So you
spoon
said,
and
so
a bowl.
you said how much are the rations?
5 silvers for 3.
Can you give me the 3 rations and a water skin for 6 pieces of silver?
Can you make a persuasion check, Sibo? So roll a d20, and we're going to add or subtract your persuasion bonus, which is -1.
I got 4. That's a joke.
He said, I can understand you're a brand new adventurer. You're trying to understand how much things are worth in this world, but I can't go any lower. I'm sorry.
Okay, what if I throw in a little performance,
Performance?
and
What do you
hopefully
mean?
that. Well, I'm a man of many talents.
Okay.
I can perform for you and your family, which could pay off the cost of some of our rations and water skins and all that.
I think I need to see how good this performance is before we make a deal.
Mm,
It's free.
Hmm. I don't know what you whispered. I cannot hear you.
You perform it. You're performing it for free. You can say what it is, but you can emphasize how cool it is.
Yeah,
You
that's,
shouldn't do it until you make a deal.
that is true. Okay. Look, man, I am incredibly talented, and I could. I usually do this for way more money than these water skins and this ration. I do it for like 20 a piece, like big theaters.
So you're famous.
I am quite famous. Deception check. I'm just gonna
Roll a deception check.
do that.
Roll a deception check.
That's a 5.
He said, tell me who you trained with. I know all the entertainers on the East Coast.
Well, I trained. It was some special training. You see, it was. It was some special. I don't laugh in character. It was some special training with. It was some monks who specialized in sword wielding.
So as you're speaking with Dan, a couple of clerics walk in behind you, and they're waiting to be served. Dan says to you, I have some more customers. Is there anything else I can do for you you 3?
I would like 1 more water skin, please.
That'll be 2 silvers. Thank you very much.
Sounds good.
Oh, 1. Have I left yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay, let's get out of here. This man does not know good art when he sees it.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. Come back now.
Thanks anyway.
So the 3 of you are going to start making your way down to the Collar and Boots, which is just a couple more stores over. And Simon is already there. Inside the Collar and Boots, Simon, you meet an older gnome, 3 foot tall. He's very little, and he's very skinny. He has long, pointy ears and very handsome brown hair that's turned a little bit white at the ends. He wears it in a swoop to the left. He has eyeglasses, and he walks kind of slow. He looks at you up and down, kind of adjusts his eyeglasses and says to you, "Hi, I'm Alston, and welcome to the Collar and Boots. Can I help you?"
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm just wondering, I heard you sell rations here?
Oh, I sell leather goods. I sell gear improvements. I sell boots. I sell gloves. If you want rations, you want to head back to the Dagger and Dart. Just a door or two down. Dan works there.
I wasn't sure. I heard that perhaps you sold rations there, but the rest of your merchandise is also very beautiful. How much do these gloves cost? Point at something.
These leather gloves.
Yes.
1 gold.
1 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're very nice. Man, my sister would love these. They're beautiful.
Take them as a gift. Tell you what, I'll let you take them for 9 silver.
Really? 9 silver?
Yeah, old Stumble Boots, he's not a hard ass in his older years. That's my nickname. He adjusted his glasses again and said, I can do it for 9. Come on, son.
Could you
help an old man?
See, the thing is, I'm very poor. I don't have very much money. I'm broke. I've been a student for 10 years. I got nothing. And I'd really love if I could bring something like this, home to my sister. I never have a chance to give her good, beautiful presents. Would you be willing to do it for 6 gold? Sorry, not 6 gold. 6 silver?
This sounds like a persuasion check, so if you could roll for persuasion, please.
Persuasion.
So this is D20.
Okay, and I have +2. Okay, I get 18 with the +2, that's 20.
He says, my heart says that I want to do it because you look like a genuine person. This looks like you're on one of your first adventures. Promise me, son, that you'll come back and this won't be the last thing that you buy. Old Alston can't see you for the last time selling you just some gloves for your sister. I have more things you can bring back to your sister.
Considering the quality of things I can see in your store, I'll be coming here to buy leather goods for the rest of my life.
My lord, you have a deal. And he hands you the leather gloves, and he takes your 6 silver pieces and says, is there anything else that I can help you with today? Old Stumble Boots has to get some exercise before lunch.
Not very much, not at the moment, but I do have a quick question. Dan at the Dagger and Dart, has he ever made barrels at any point? Did he ever do cooperage? He has very beautiful bows and arrows, and I heard that perhaps those who make bows and arrows also
Probably. My guess is probably, I'm not sure, but if you want to find someone that has been a cooper before, you probably want to talk to one of the pirates at the fishing dock.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Or you could just stop by and ask Dan. I mean, Dan's a really nice guy. He'll tell you.
I might. I haven't met him before, but I've heard. I was at the Welcoming Wench that he's particularly nice.
We're all a welcoming bunch here in Stonica.
I can tell.
Thank you.
So the rest of your party catches up and have entered the store, and Alston sees everybody else and says, "Hey, more friends. What can I do for you?"
Hello.
Can I interest you in anything? Some leather goods, some gloves, some boots, a new backpack. Oh, some of you have backpacks. Happy to help you out. My name's Alston. He kind of hobbles over.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nick, but I don't know that I need anything here. I mostly came to join my friend Simon.
Oh, you know each other.
Yep, we're party of 4.
Party of 4. Okay. Where are you going today?
We're not sure yet, but we were kind of wandering around. Maybe we might go to the north of here and see if we can venture a little bit.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff to do up north.
Anything in particular you're thinking of?
That I'm thinking of? Well, there's the Turtle Festival in a few weeks. So I might take a vacation and go up there to see the Turtle Festival.
That's interesting. What's at this Turtle Festival?
Well, it's in the city. It's in the city of Zadash. See, the turtles mate once a year So it's really fun to go to the beach and watch the turtles come ashore, find a partner, and then leave with a partner. I think they say turtles mate for life. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful love stories, don't you think? And he kind of motions over with his beard to a woman that you see in the back room who must be his wife, and they must have been together for a very long time. He says to you all, it's one of the greatest love stories. Turtles.
Not your own?
Oh, no, gnomes. We also mate for life.
True.
Where are you gnomes from? I haven't seen the two of you around these parts before. You look like a rock gnome. You look like a forest gnome. Do you know the Durgle clan by any chance?
No idea.
Oh, that's my family's clan. We live much further west originally. So if you're not from there, maybe you haven't met us. But it's nice to see some more gnomes in this town. I hope you feel very welcome.
Oh yes, we do. And in Gnomish. Thank you very much.
And he says back to you, thank you very much, in Gnomish. Well, if there's anything else, if there's nothing else I can do for you, I gotta stretch these old bones.
All right. Then
Have fun stretching.
any aversion to heading out?
No, you can
Oh.
do the berry spell, right? And then we can be good with. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all head out.
Yep. Let's head out.
Yep. Let's go.
And are you heading out of town as well?
We're heading up north.
Just
Yeah.
generally- Okay.
So you start taking the road out of town, walking north, and as you walk out of town, you hear the bells of the Church of Palor ring 11 times, which means you know what time it is. As you leave town, you see a road sign pointing towards the direction of Rakxe City, and the sign says 3 hours, which means it's going to take about 3 hours.
So it's 3 hours to Rakxe City, but at the same time, it's 3 hours to get to a commune that's just a little bit north of us.
It's less time to get to the commune, so it's a little bit closer to get to the commune. But it's in the same direction and it's off the same road.
3 hours walking. That's like 6 miles, 7 miles.
It's not far. A little more than, yeah. It's not far.
Should we go to the commune first, since that's closer, and then go to the other place, or should we go to the other place and then head back and go to the commune?
I mean, I don't think we're going to make any money if we go to the other place since we missed that whole salt setup.
Yeah. So we just head to the commune.
Yeah, why don't we do that first, and then we'll figure out our next plan after there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Along the way to the commune, the druid notices some interesting birds with plumage that she has never seen before. And the forest gnome notices many juniper and fig trees along the way. So some of the kind of like grasslands and greenlands that you're walking to have orchards, some with some random trees scattered about, with fruits that are in bloom since it's late spring.
And it's orchards, so like they're clearly cultivated.
There are some orchards connected to farms with small houses, and there are some just like they're not feral, but they're just kind of like growing on the side of the road, and no one is tending to them. But they are still flowering. Mm-hmm.
Do they smell
Can we
good?
forage some?
You can. Could you make a survival check?
But they're flowering,
yes.
right?
So some of it's flowering, and some of the plants you can see, like the fig is already ripe to be plucked. But you would need to roll a survivor check to make sure you're picking one that is definitely safe to eat.
And it's D20?
D20.
I got 20! And I have a bonus of 4, so 24.
Sibo, you find 7 fresh, ripe figs, which is the equivalent of about 2 rations. 2.5 rations almost.
Nice.
Good snacking. How big are these figs if it's 2.5 rations?
Like, each palmful of figs is enough for, so it's like 2.5 servings of figs, not just because a fig is not, huge.
Right.
You keep kind of walking on the road until you see what looks to be the White River, and you remember Shayna saying that you turn left here at this fork in the road to follow along the river to the homestead. What do you do?
So should we just keep walking?
So I think I see a shade there, right at the fork. So shall we take a lunch break and see if we can decide on where we're going after?
Why not?
Why not?
I'll share my figs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
As you sit under this tree sharing your figs, you see a horse-drawn cart coming from the north, coming down the path fairly quickly, and as the cart whizzes past you, you see 2 passengers inside dressed in very fine clothes, and they shout at you, "Stay out of Rakxe!" And the cart keeps going south, back towards Stonica, where you originally came from.
I'm gonna shout back, "No!"
You get no
Why
response
would they
from them.
do that?
Presumably there aren't newspapers in this world, right?
There are no newspapers, but there are town criers in bigger cities in this world. Yeah.
Do you think it's dangerous, or are they just fooling us?
They could be doing either one.
If I had to guess, I would say that either there is some attempt to change the government or / rebellious party, or that there are corrupt government officials. That would be my guess. However, this is D&D, and so there's probably some magic involved. What?
I said it could just be on fire.
Yeah, it could also just be on fire, but did the people in the cart look or smell singed in any way?
Oh, I mean, no, but
So probably no.
maybe like evil wizards or something. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
So many
That's true.
possibilities.
This is not the real world.
So I see a little robin right up at the tree where we're resting. And as a forest gnome, I have the ability to speak with small beasts, such as birds. So I call for the robin, and robin sits right at my finger, and I whisper to go check where the cart is coming from to see if there is a possible danger.
The robin cocks its head around as it sits on your finger and says, "Too far! Too far!"
Too far? Okay, so can I do an insight check on the comments of the people who yelled just now?
What are you trying to figure out?
Their intentions, I guess.
Okay. Like if they're telling the truth?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
And I got 8. And then with the bonuses, it will be 12.
You are fairly sure that these people were giving you a genuine warning to stay out of Rakxe City.
And that is where left from the fork is, right? To the Rakxe City?
No, that you still keep going north.
Okay.
Yeah, so but if you go left now, you're going towards the homestead.
Okay, gotcha. So
Can I perception check if there was anything weird or particular about this carriage or the people inside it?
We can make an insight check.
Okay, insight check.
Yep.
Oh. Wow. Oh. I mean, 9 total.
The only thing you notice is that these people look rich. You can detect from the carving of the carriage and how well manicured the horse is that whoever was riding the carriage, they were probably rich.
Gnomish, Elvish, Common.
Elvish and Common, and I'm working on Dwarvish.
I speak Common, Gnomish, Sylvan, and Draconic.
You speak a lot of languages. It's awesome.
Yeah. I have met a lot of people and then just kind of picked up naturally throughout the way, so it's good.
I speak
How about you, Nick?
Common, Druidic, Gnomish, Primordial, and Vidalcan, though I don't know where Vidalcan came from. There was this guy on a ship. He was like, ooh, let me teach you this cool language. And then there's Vidalcan. I was like, oh, yay. Maybe if I keep sailing around, I'll get to use it. But no one speaks Vidalcan. It's just me.
Yeah. I think you just got pranked, probably.
Yeah.
Dang.
It could be handy later. Who knows?
Who knows?
You never know when the skills come pop up, you know?
Truth.
You speak so many languages because you're dwarves? Or not dwarves, gnomes? Sorry. Is it like part of the gnome thing? Yeah.
I think it's more of a druid thing. I don't know. Maybe. But I've also traveled much, and it seems, Sibo, you have as well.
Yeah, I just kind of drifted here and there, and I don't know, it's been fun. I like spontaneous trips, and look where I am now, met with all you guys. So. It's going great.
There you go.
So judging from your perception of the time, it's probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon at this point in the game.
Got it. So everybody cool with, are we done snacking or are we still snacking and talking?
Well, I think we should have a plan for what we're going to do. Because I don't remember everything about Jaina. So quick recap would be a little bit helpful. So we're going to her commune.
To go talk to Gerard, I think.
Gerard, yep.
Gerard, yeah.
And he is the elder of the Halfling village, and he would know what happened to Bob the Smiling Bear, because Bob stole Happy, her cousin, who was training to be a keeper under her in a bag.
Okay, and so she's just paying us a hell of a lot of money just to talk to this guy.
She's paying to
she,
find her cousin.
Okay.
Yes.
We locate the cousin, she gives us the gems.
Yeah.
Recommended move is talk to Jared, right?
Gerard, yeah.
Okay, good. Sounds good. So we guys
And about this rich people, where are they coming from? Are they coming from the commune or are they coming from where we're trying to go, the north?
So in the direction of the commune is going to be going west. They were coming from north, which is where Rakxe City is. So they were coming from that direction, going south towards Stonica.
And how long would it take to go to Rakxe City from here?
From where you are right now, another hour and a half, I would say, by foot.
Okay. And my question to group, would that be how's your energy level? Do you think you can muscle it out? Because we also talked about the plan where we will be going to the commune at nighttime and just crash there and casually, talk about the Bob the Bear scene. So we talked about that plot. So I don't know if we still want to go through with that plan or not. So
I was really thinking of that because I was suspicious of Shayna and also because I thought we were going to be doing this salt thing. And so if we don't have the salt thing as a cover,
Could just head in.
And if we head straight to the commune, we could get a head start on finding this Bob the Bear.
True.
You could.
And then, since it's one, and then how long would it take for us to go to the commune? Is it another hour and a half?
Oh, it's very close.
It's very close?
It's very, very close, yeah.
Got it. So I would like to suggest that we go to commune and get some information, because those gems seem like pretty good worth.
Yeah.
Plus, we want to help this girl, right? She seems kind of genuine.
I don't know. You weird me out.
Showed that.
Simon's not having it.
Simon, learn to trust people. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
but like,
She showed us money. That is genuine. And if it's not, she's probably paying us anyway. So it doesn't matter.
I know, but
Is Simon salty that Shayna didn't shake his hand?
no.
Tell a joke.
It's very weird that a hungover person in a bar who, from their clothing, appears to be a pirate, has this sob story about some cousin of theirs that got kidnapped by a bear. Since when do bears hold sacks over their back as they
It sounds
walk?
like a fantasy.
Could have been a druid.
I know.
Could have been a druid wild shaped as a bear. And
Okay, sure. In which case, we're not looking for Bob Smiley.
But that would have been a very powerful druid.
It would be a very powerful druid, yep.
It's not that powerful, right?
No, you can't.
Could be level 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's a bear.
It doesn't.
Oh.
It also claims to be a Cooper. Like Cooper with pirate, like that makes some sense. But like, I'm willing to accept that she is who she says she is. But
Let's just give her
as far as I can throw.
I love Simon's expression of doubt. This is a very Simon trait.
But based on my own personal experience, it's totally fine to be apprenticed as one thing and then go do something on the sea, and then you end up finding an adventure somewhere else.
Like I said, I'm willing to accept at this point that she is who she says she is, but I do not trust her.
Okay, well, what else do we have to do right now?
We don't have
almost
anything
there.
else to do, which is part of the reason why we're doing this. And she's being paid. So it's like, I don't have to trust her to take a job from her and accept money from her. But that doesn't mean I am going to think about what I'm doing when I take the job.
Okay. Well, it's good to know we at least all speak Gnomish. So, no?
Except Simon does not.
Common.
Really? I thought that was on your list.
I can magic spell understand Gnomish, but it seems like a bit of a waste of a magic spell.
Yeah.
I think
So
it
then
take
you
a long.
speak Elvish and Common, Simon?
I speak Elvish in common.
Okay.
I'm gonna say in Elvish to Simon, let's backtalk the rest of the party in Elvish so they never understand.
I think that's a good idea. I say in Elvish.
This is some shady room.
In Gnomish.
We're already finding clicks. This is like reality TV show right now.
2 and 2 already. What's that?
So I'm kicking Nyx off the island already? Like, off the jump. I don't trust Nyx.
When are we flipping table and throwing plates at each other? When's that gonna happen?
Well, if we're all agreed that there's nothing better to do, shall we just get on with asking about Bob?
Yeah, everyone good for
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Whether we agree it or not, money freaking talks. And I know Boo is going to agree me on this 100%. So, not only...
I agree.
Okay, so money does talk, and we're going to go through with it. So, how about we go to the commune? Is everybody
Alright.
agreed?
Mhm.
Onward.
Sounds good.
So,
So let's follow along the commune. You're going to follow the river west for not that long a walk, maybe about 20 minutes, to a point where the south bank rises into a few grassy hills. The small hills have been hollowed out to form quaint little cottages with tiny little doors, tiny little windows, and tiny little humanoid figures moving around on the inside. The entire homestead is surrounded on the west, south, and east sides by a high wall of neatly piled rocks. Several small rafts and boats line the shore of the river going north. You have found the River Sly homestead and notice hundreds of halflings kind of going about their business. As you arrive, a couple of the children halflings run up to you and say, hi, in halfling. They say, hi, what are you doing?
So can we understand them?
Anybody speak halfling?
I
No.
can imagine myself into speaking halfling.
They wave you over towards the center of the village.
Okay, I want to do a spell.
Okay.
It's comprehend languages. It's a first level spell.
Okay, so you cast a spell?
Yes.
It doesn't have any additional, you just cast it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I cast it. Lasts for 1 hour.
Okay, for 1 hour. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you cast a spell, and what you can tell the children are saying is, come follow us. Our village elder will meet you.
Okay.
mm,
Guys, they're saying, come follow us. Let's go meet.
Sounds good. Let's go meet this guy.
Remember, his name's Jared.
Jared, thank you.
Gerard.
Gerard.
So the two little kids bring you to what looks like the fanciest of the hillside homes, and you meet a short, older halfling who introduces himself and says, "Hey, adventurers, welcome to our village. My name's Gerard. This is my wife, Giselle," and Gerard points at his wife. And what are you doing here in our little village? Not so many outsiders know where we are, but we're happy to have you.
And he's speaking in halfling, right?
He's speaking in halfling right now. So
it
you
is-
understand, Simon.
Okay. It is truly a pleasure to meet you. I'm speaking in Con. I can understand what you're saying, but I'm afraid I can't speak halfling, and none of my fellows can speak halfling. Would it be possible for us to continue in common?
He nods his head. Indubitably, we speak common too. Welcome to our village. Hi, everybody.
I'm Simon.
Hi.
Hi, Simon.
Introduce yourself.
Nix.
Hi, Nix.
Butter.
Evo.
Hi, Sibo. Welcome to our village. A lot of you are quite tall, but we welcome you here. What can we do for you?
We're trying to find a bear.
Does this bear have a name?
We heard this bear has a scar on his face that makes him look like a smiley bear. And that just sounds fascinating and interesting. So we were like, why don't we do a day trip on finding this bear?
Well, adventurers, this might be quite the day trip. I'm certain you're talking about our Smiley Bob. But it's terrible. Oh, Nix, what were you saying?
I was just saying that sounds familiar.
He attacked us twice this past week. He has never done that before. We has always lived peacefully with him ever since Reed, one of our adventurers many years ago, helped defend our village from trolls. And he was our friend. But last week, he took one of our favorite children, Happy, and we don't know where he is. We suspect he's somewhere by the old windmill along the ocean waters. And yesterday, he took another one of the halflings, Pumpkin. So we don't know if this is a pattern, and we're scared. Bob never acts like this.
Well, perhaps we could do something for the kids in the process of looking for Bob.
Can you find him and find Happy and find Pumpkin and bring them all back?
We can certainly try, but what do you know about where he is at? Do you know where Bob is?
Yeah. Our scouts believe he is at the old windmill, about half an hour by foot from the crossing point with the road that goes north to Rakxe City. So you just need to come back out of our homestead the way you came and then keep going east, directly to the river.
Why would he be at the old windmill?
That's where he lives. He doesn't live in our village. We're just friends.
How did he take Happy and Pumpkin?
We don't know exactly how, but one of our villagers, Shayna, told us that Bob put him in a bag. That's so unlike Bob. I'm not even sure if Shayna's telling us the full truth, but what she's saying could be true because yesterday he came back and he took Pumpkin. So that's 2 of our halfling villagers gone.
Gotcha. So that's devastating. So
It is
have you talked
devastating.
to? So, about this Shayna. Can you tell us a little bit more about Shayna?
I think
Oh,
we
Shayna?
might have run into her at one point.
What can I tell you about Shayna? She's not one for having a family and settling down. I can tell you that. She dabbled in religion. She dabbled in becoming a blacksmith. She was a pirate for a little bit. She's kind of hasn't figured out her path quite yet. And she's getting on in halfling years, if you know what I'm saying. Time to find a halfling brother and settle down. But we don't know where she is right now. She left and hasn't come back since the day that Happy was taken away. And I don't blame her, because it was her fault. If she was more mindful, Happy would not have been taken by Bob. I'm sure of it.
You seem very angry about this, and I totally understand.
In a way, we lost 3 halflings, not just 2. We stick by each other.
Mm.
I'm very sorry.
So, did you witness Pumpkin getting kidnapped?
It happened here, near the center of the village. I didn't personally witness it, but we have a number of other villagers who told me exactly what happened. And quite frankly, I am on edge. I'm very scared. I don't want it to happen again. We're not sure if Bob is under some kind of spell. We're not sure why he would behave this way. And why would he take Pumpkin? Pumpkin hasn't harmed anybody.
It doesn't sound like
Were
it was
there-
like that. Doesn't
Go
sound
ahead.
like it was a name like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, were there any anomalies that you guys witnessed from the testimonies of the witnesses?
I don't know. I mean, if you could help us out by investigating the windmill and tell us what you can find, that's our best guess of where Bob set up, because that's where he sleeps. We're just afraid if he's under the power of something magical or something much bigger than us, we're not going to be able to take it down. But adventurers like you, I see you have a bow. I see you cast spells. Maybe you could help us. He whispers something in Gnomish to his wife that Simon understands is, should we tell them about getting together a treasure or a reward? So only Simon understands that part.
Okay.
Wait, so it's not Gnomish then?
It's in Gnomish. So,
It is?
You mean halfling?
Well,
and
I can,
halfling. Sorry, halfling.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because if it was Gnomish, I would understand.
We all understand.
But Simon cast that spell from earlier, which is still in effect, so Simon can still understand halfling for now.
Gotcha.
Have you guys
So,
considered putting out a bounty of some sort? I'm sure we could help, but I don't know if we'll be able to find them.
He said, listen, I know we can. If you give us some time, we can put together some items and maybe some jewels and some gold, and we can put together something for you. It's not going to be a lot because we're halflings, It's a small village, but anything to find Happy and Pumpkin. And Bob, please find out what happened to Bob.
Okay, I'm on.
So, group, are we agreeing on going to this windmill and investigating?
Yep.
And we now have the time to go do that.
Got it. So we're all gonna. So Simon is gonna tell Gerard that we're on it, right?
Right.
So Gerard's speaking in common again, and he says, "We're happy. We're so happy to hear this. Any information you can find would be great. And if you can bring back anybody, we would be so indebted to you. We can definitely put together a reward for you all. One more thing, because we're halflings, we don't really want any violence. So if you could bring back Bob in one piece, that would be great. We've never wanted to stop being friends with him, but we understand if you do need to do what you need to do to save the halflings, we will understand."
Okay. Question.
Mind giving me
What if we bring the other two in, like, not one piece? Is that fine? Sorry to be so blunt about it, but just asking for...
If you can find out what happened to Happy and Pumpkin, we will pay you a handsome reward.
Yeah, okay.
I hope they're still alive.
Yeah. Just asking.
We'll do our best.
Yeah,
We'll do our best.
yeah. You can tell Gerard is being very serious. Like he is definitely hoping that you can find them and that they're still alive, but he also doesn't know for sure what happened to them. Gerard says, "Listen, it's very close, so it's possible you can get to the windmill and come back today. In fact, we'll have beds made for all of you, even you tall ones, if you can get here by the end of the day."
Okay.
Sounds good. So let's do it.
All right.
think we have a deal. I'm going to shake hand.
He shakes your hand and says, "Son, find out what happened. Thank you. Thank you.
Very well.
Whatever you can find."
Okay, so we're gonna head out, and we're gonna head towards the fork again.
Okay.
Got it.
And on the way, Nyx just wants to add, hey guys, I just thought I'd let you know, if there's any magic there, I've got a detect magic spell that can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
That's good to know.
Very helpful.
Also, side note for me, as I was trying to talk to Robin, I can also probably talk to Bob the Bear.
Mm-hmm.
I can try, but if he's under some kind of spell, maybe I might need some assisting and, like to hold him down or something until, like I can talk to him to figure out what's going on. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So, we heading to the old mill now?
Yep.
Windmill?
East of us.
So you keep following the path east directly towards the river, and eventually you can see on an outcropping a slouching, dilapidated stone windmill ahead of you. Beneath its torn sails, you see a wood-framed doorway stands wide open. In front of the windmill lurk several small humanoid creatures with dirty yellow skin and pointy ears. These are goblins. They're about 3 foot tall. They're playing a game where they're trying to see how hard they can hit one another with rocks. So far, they haven't noticed any of you. What do you do?
Okay, can I do a history check on goblins?
On the goblins? Well, tell me what you want to learn.
I want to know about goblins generally. I know it's a lot.
Tell me.
But, general perspective towards outsiders, warlike tendencies.
They are prone to war. They are very defensive.
Okay.
They speak a language called Goblin.
Okay.
They usually go in packs.
Okay. There's probably going to be more goblins if there's a couple goblins here.
Could be.
And if there's goblins outside a bear cave, I have a feeling this isn't just a bear cave.
Why don't we play their game and punch them really hard, and by punching we could arrange some deal, like, hey, if I hit you harder than this dude with the rock, I get to go in here with no fighting and no violence, and then I just hit him real hard with the rock.
That's an idea.
But they might not, we could try. They might not let you play because you're visibly bigger and stronger.
I mean, that is true.
I think I have Mage Hand. I don't know what's required to do that spell.
Mage Hand? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you, I guess I should pull up the... I can find it.
It's a cantrip. It's a cantrip, so you don't need to sleep or anything. You can just cast it.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
What's a mage hand?
So it's like I get a little spectral hand. So we have a couple options with that. We can try to convince them to get into a fight, or I can use the hand to throw something at them or shoot something at them or strangle them.
You can do that. I will tell you the one limitation you have is that the cantrip only goes as far as 30 feet, and right now the windmill is at a much further distance.
Okay.
I'd say about 100 feet
Okay.
from where you are, so it's a little too far. You would have to get closer if you wanted to try that.
Okay. That's one I there's others. Whatever you get.
I have a question. So, can I do a survival check or insight check, looking at the goblin's plane?
What are you trying to figure out?
So, I'm trying to figure out whether, I'm trying to figure out the scenario where we walk towards them, and if they notices us, what's going to happen?
Okay. One of the 6 goblins notices you. They shriek at each other in goblin and all run inside, leaving the front door open.
Okay.
So they clearly have seen you, and they are now all inside.
Oh,
What do you do?
Can we approach to within 30 feet so I can see if there's any magic spells lingering anywhere?
Are you casting Detect Magic?
Yes.
So the whole party is now moving within 30 feet of the windmill. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And your question, Nyx, is can you detect any magic in the area?
Yes.
So you can see the base of the windmill is a square structure, and you do not detect any magic coming from within. However, you can see the position of all the goblins, and they are arming themselves, getting ready for a battle with you.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Okay,
before we roll for initiative, I want to give you a few minutes to talk about tactics, and then I'll show you the battle map to begin the combat.
Okay.
Wait, so can I see how many goblins there are?
You can see there are 6 goblins.
Can she see if there's anything other than goblins inside the windmill?
She can see a table with chairs, bottles strewn across the floor, fish and fish bones strewn across the floor, and a staircase with a sleeping bear at the bottom of the staircase.
Does he have a smile?
He has the scar across his face, yes. He's currently asleep.
It would be great if we could just burn the windmill down, but clearly that is not an option because
I have fire.
He has firebolts.
Grab the bear, run out with bear in your arms, and then I can firebolt, and bam, it's all burned down.
Is anyone strong enough to carry a bear?
No.
So, for my cantrip, I have ability to do a minor illusion. So, if I were to be able to cast a minor illusion upon goblins, and of a image of a giant walking in.
They might run away, yeah.
Yeah, would they just run away instead of try to fight us?
Mm.
Can I do a history check on Goblin's intelligence?
You don't have to do a history check. You know that you know that goblins are less intelligent than all of you.
Okay.
Pretty dumb. We could do that. We could do minor illusion, do a pile of gold, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, money!" And then they'll run to
And
money. And then I'll be running with them.
a spell. Well, I have a cantrip, create bonfire, that will create a fire within a 5-foot cube and does 1d8 fire damage.
We could you could well, but the thing is they already know we're there.
Yep.
All of this would work if they didn't know we were already there. They already know that we're there, and they're probably already on the defense. They're getting armed. So maybe if we made it seem like one of us dropped something, then we could distract 1 or 2 goblins. I don't think the whole let's make a pile of gold appear in the middle of the ground and hope they'll run out and get it thing would work at this point. It would have worked 5 minutes ago. But,
All right, folks. Before we roll for initiative, I'd like you to tell me which 2 of you are standing in front. I'm assuming Nyx is standing in front because you got close enough to the windmill to cast the detect magic spell, so you're in one of the front 2 positions. I'd like to know who else is in the front with you, and the other 2 characters will be in the back.
I'm in the back.
Yeah, I'm probably in the back.
I think I'm in the front because they noticed me and they went inside, so I think I'm gonna be in the front.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Hopefully you can see this. Well, first, actually, I'm gonna have you all roll initiative. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add any initiative bonus you have, and tell me the final result.
12.
12.
I got a 15.
I have a 12.
I have 13.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen so you can see the battle map.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's the entrance. Each square in this map is 5 feet away, and this bow is Sibo. This staff is Nyx. This magic hand is Simon, and this sword person is Boot. Inside, you can see 6 goblins. These are the 6 red figures. Here's the staircase that goes upstairs, and this is Bob the bear sleeping at the foot of the stairs. There's a little bit of furniture and trash on the rest of the floor. Okay.
Okay.
This goblin goes first. He's gonna move here. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. And try to shoot a sling shot at that is Sibo.
Okay, so
What's your armor class?
my armor class, hang on a second. Let's see. My armor class is 18.
Okay, he got 21, so he hits. He hits you for 4 damage with a rock from his slingshot, kind of stunning you for a second.
The goblin?
The goblin, yeah, with the slingshot.
Okay, slingshot.
This second goblin moves here and tries to aim diagonally at Nyx with its slingshot, and it bizarrely swings its rock directly up for some reason, hitting the ceiling, and it does absolutely no damage to you at all. This last goblin decides to leave through the front door and with its sword strike through Nyx, tries to slash Nyx through Nyx's armor in her front. So what's your armor class, Nyx?
12.
And hits for 4 points of slashing damage. Okay, Boo, you're up next.
Okay, I'm gonna move right next to the goblin that came out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take out my swords and start slashing.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. You're doing two-handed?
Two-handed, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your 2d20s.
Yeah. Wait, no, two-handed is for two weapon fighting. That's just...
Oh, two-handed with one sword.
No. For two weapon fighting for the fighter thing, okay. It's just you add your dexterity or strength to your roll.
Okay.
Or for like the two-handed feat, I forgot what it's called. That's actually like, yeah. So, that is a 22.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
That's 14 damage.
Okay, you managed to slice directly through the neck of this goblin. It drops its sword and starts gurgling blood out of its neck as it falls to the ground. So this goblin is now dead. I'm gonna just leave its body there. I think that's the end of your turn, right, Boo?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Sibo, you're up next.
Okay. So let's see. Can I go directly? Can I attack the goblin that is directly in front of me?
If you throw something at it or use a bow, you can.
Okay, I'll use bow, and that's 1d8.
So first roll for attack to roll a d20.
So I got 14, and then am I adding anything?
Yes, you're adding your proficiency bonus, which is +2, and your dexterity bonus because you are using a bow and you have proficiency with that.
Okay, so that's +3. So that is 18, yes.
Okay, so you hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And that's 1d8.
Yep.
I got 5.
Okay, so your arrow swings through the air and hits the goblin directly in its eye. It doesn't even expect it at all. It sort of is also gurgling in pain as it clutches the arrow and drops to the ground, dropping his sword in the process.
Is it dead?
It's also dead. Yes, this one is dead. I think that's the end of your turn. Nyx, you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to aim for that goblin all the way back there.
This one? Mm-hmm.
With my sling? No, with my dagger.
So you're gonna throw it.
I'm going to throw my dagger.
Okay.
And I roll a d20.
Yep, d20.
Okay. So 14.
You hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And 4 damage.
Okay.
Plus 5 damage.
You throw your dagger in a straight line directly at this goblin. Smash it right in its forehead. It doesn't expect it at all. It falls, drops its slingshot out of its hand, and blood starts gushing out. It is also dead. So you've killed these first 3 goblins on the right. Well done. And I think that's the end of your turn. Simon, you're up next.
Okay, do I need anything to cast shield?
You can just cast it on yourself or somebody else, yeah.
I would like to cast it, and then I would like to run as fast as I possibly can into the windmill and down the stairs with her.
And down where?
To where the bear is.
What's your speed?
30.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The closest you can get would be here. Is that okay?
How many actions would that take up?
So you can move and then cast the spell, and that would be the end of your turn.
Sorry about that. Okay. I'll do that, but instead of casting Shield, I'll cast Thunderwave.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Actually, I need to save against your roll as well, correct? So you need to roll for attack, and if you hit, we need to figure out if you save.
Okay, so what do I roll? What D20?
D20.
D20, okay. I got 14.
And I think you have an intelligence bonus, is that correct?
Yes.
So 17.
Okay, 17.
So you hit.
That should be, I think, all the... I don't know how wide Thunder Wave is, but it's like in a circle around me, and
Yep.
it should knock over goblins.
Yep. I think it comes out from you in the direction, and obviously you're going to cast it toward the goblins, right?
Yeah.
Thunder Wave. It will also hit Bob, by the way. So the shape of the spell is a cube. So let's see, we have 3 goblins and Bob. Okay, yeah, Simon, your massive thunder wave emanating from your body has managed, sorry about this, to eliminate this goblin over here and this goblin. So these 2 are also dead. You've also hurt Bob.
Oh.
So can you roll?
Well, hold on. I have a quick question. He's down the stairs, right? So he's below me. So it
He's at the
comes
foot,
out-
so he's on the floor.
So it's like in a cube that goes down as well?
No, it's a cube on your level, but he's on the same floor as you.
Oh, he is. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was in like a basement or something.
Nope,
Okay.
he's right here. He's 10 feet in front of you.
All right. Apparently, do I hurt him?
Yeah. Can you roll a d8, please?
Okay. I got 4.
Okay, so Bob is hit for a little bit. He looks over at you and doesn't quite know what to make of the fact that you just attacked him unprovoked. It is now this goblin's turn. This goblin is going to run to the corner, and that's the end of his turn. Boo, you're up next.
Cool. I'm gonna walk into the windmill.
Okay.
And so the 2 goblins in front of me are dead, right?
Everyone is dead except for Bob is still alive and this goblin is still alive, but you managed to kill all of them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shoot that goblin with a firebolt.
Okay. Roll a d20.
That's an 18. Wait. Firebolt, that's plus... I'm gonna do that later.
Yeah, you're gonna hit. So
yeah. It's
you
gonna
can go
hit
ahead and roll. Thunderbolt, I don't know if it's a d6 or d8.
The D8 for...
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d8.
That's a 6 damage.
The firebolt goes straight to the goblin, you smash it in its chest and starts this burning sensation, and it yelps in pain, saying in common, "No!" and falls over and dies. Congratulations, you killed the 6 goblins. Bob starts coming to, and he's just looking at you, wondering what is going on. Folks, go ahead and add 25 experience points to your character for dispatching all the goblins.
Where do we put the experience points?
It's
So on
under
the very top of page 1, should be experience.
Ah, found it. Okay. Okay, can I have dibs on looting the 2 goblins I killed?
Ask party.
Sure. And I was planning to take the money from the 2 goblins I killed anyway. So, cool.
Nix and Sibo, what are you gonna do?
So goblins, the one that I killed, does it hold any items besides my bow that kills them?
You can take the arrow back out, and Nix, you can also retrieve your dagger. Simon, on your goblins, you found 9 gold pieces and 1 sling that's still functional.
Alright.
Boo, you have found 1 gold piece on the one that you firebolted, and a slingshot that is still usable. So you can take the slingshot.
Do they have raggedy old clothing of some sort?
Some of it is burnt off, and
Okay.
some of it, some of it is no longer functional.
Okay.
Nix, you have found 7 gold pieces on the goblins that you took apart, and 1 sword that is still functional. Sibo, you have found 1 gold piece on the goblin that you killed, and a sword that's still functional.
And what kind of sword is it?
Short sword. All of you who found swords, you found a short sword.
Got it.
So I just want to pause here.
Quick question before we move on to Bob. Can I do a check on whether I know of any bounties on goblins in the area and or what the current price of goblin leather is?
You would probably need to ask someone in a bigger town that kind of question.
Okay.
Yep. So that would be local lore.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to play a song to calm down our dear Bob's smile or Smiley.
Yeah, Smiley Bob. Yeah, so
Smiley
go ahead and do a
Bob.
performance check. Let's hear that music.
That's an 8.
Bob looks at you and then looks back at his wounds that were caused by Simon from earlier. He's like, what is going on? He doesn't understand.
No one in this campaign knows good art. All reject me. I'm just slept on. I'm ahead of my time.
Nix walks over, slowly approaches Bob, and asks in common, "Hello, can you understand me?"
When you say the word hello, Bob moves his head to you and does this.
Smart bear.
Oh, okay. And Sibo is gonna go take a look at Bob. And how wounded is he?
He got struck by thunder earlier, so it's just knocked the wind out of him. But he doesn't have any severe limbs torn or anything like this.
And Nix, can you check to see if there's any magic spell on the Bob?
Oh, we did that earlier. Did not find any evidence of magic. Yeah.
Okay, so, and then does Bob seem like normal himself?
No. Well, we don't know what that is, but right now he seems very much in a daze. Like, he doesn't know what's going on.
Okay.
Another
So, can I...
Sorry, go ahead, Chivo.
I was wondering if I can talk to Bob.
Yeah, how? How?
I can speak to a small beast, so Bob is not one of them. Bear doesn't count as small beasts. Got it.
I'm gonna try another performance check and try to explain through acting it out. I'm gonna try to the old man, it's crutches. The old man got us to come get you.
Bob looks at you. So you're doing this with your body?
Yeah. I'm just
Bob
trying
looks
to
at you and he's moving his head up and down, like trying to understand what it is you're communicating.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hold on. From what Nick did, doesn't he speak common? He's like, hello, and he nodded his head.
I mean, he knows the word hello. He could be trained. I'm gonna ask him in common, are you trained?
Good idea.
He looks at you and doesn't respond.
Do you know common?
He doesn't respond.
Yeah. Hey, this bear just knows the word hello.
All
When you
right.
say the word hello, he looks at you, boo, and does this.
Okay, I'm gonna say the word sit. Does he?
When you say the word sit, he moves his paws and sits upright, so now you can actually walk onto the staircase, and there's room to go upstairs if you
Oh.
choose.
I'm
So
gonna
he
go.
does shift his body weight, and he's now sitting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
What's that,
upstairs.
Simon? We go upstairs?
I
say good bear.
You say
Thank
good
you.
bear?
Yes.
It seems like he's smiling at you, Nix.
Make
I mean,
him
it
bear.
looks like he's smiling at everyone.
You smile at him too.
Can I say to the bear, do you know where's Pumpkin or Happy?
He nods his head furiously.
Do you know where are they? Point. And he still nods, but not really
Are
point.
they up?
Okay,
Can we go up?
Are they down? Are they down? Okay. So he
He
is.
understands.
they're 6 feet under.
Or can we ask first, are they here? In the windmill.
They appear to be upstairs.
Okay,
So
cool.
let's go up because he says we can go up and they're up there.
Okay. Got it.
I'm going to show you a map in a second. And here is the map. So you've walked up the stairs to the second floor. On the second floor, you see a fire that is kind of dying out. A bunch of fish and fish bones in this corner. Something inside a bag with a head and a blindfold. Some dirty clothes. A really small bed, big enough for a goblin, and a closed chest. And this is what you see here on the second floor of the window. What do you do?
Okay. So here's
Oh,
what I suggest. Some of us stay down here and some of us go upstairs because I don't think Bob's the only one here.
Probably a good idea. I'll stay downstairs because I also want to scout the goblins just in case there's some bounty I can get for them.
Okay.
That's kind of weird. I'm gonna go upstairs.
So Nix and Simon are downstairs, leaving Sibo and Boo to go upstairs.
Yeah.
So Sibo and Bo, when you go upstairs, you can hear a muffled halfling voice coming from the corner.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the chest and open it. I'm kidding. I'm gonna go over to the kid. I'm going over to the kid. Taking his blindfold off.
You take the blindfold off and you see pigtails on a very young, perhaps 14, 15-year-old halfling. And she looks at you and says in common, I didn't know what was going on downstairs. Are you here to rescue me?
We just killed a bunch of goblins. We're taking you. Who are you? You pumpkin or happy?
I'm happy and I'm pumpkin. Thank the gods.
What? Wait, so you're pumpkin, but emotionally you're happy.
Yes, I'm so happy. She reaches out to give you a hug.
I'm gonna little pat.
But our halfling villager happy? Were you talking about him? Because
Yeah,
it's not
we're-
good what happened to him.
Is he in? Don't tell me he's in the chest, please.
He's not in the chest.
Don't you lie to me.
I have really bad news. When they brought me here, Happy was still alive, but the goblin chief murdered him last night, and they ate him, and his bones are in the stew downstairs. It's terrible.
Oh no.
Should we bring back bone for whatever? Yeah, should we bring a bone back for what? For Sheena? Or...
Can they like identify bones?
Well, you can find out.
Or at least bring it so that they can have funeral of some sort.
Yeah. Good
Mhm.
point. Good point.
Yeah.
Sibo, do you want to yell that downstairs to the other two so they can work on collecting the bones?
Yeah, can you guys check the pod and see if there's any bones, and if there are bones, can you collect them in a bag?
Okay.
So Nix and Simon, you do find human-length ribs, or halfling-sized ribs and leg bones. So it
Oh, my
definitely
phone's dying. Oh no.
Nick turns to Simon and stares melancholically and meaningfully.
So I go deal with the bones after scalping the various goblins.
Pumpkin says, "Well, is it safe to go back because the Goblin Chief could come here at any moment?"
Where is the Goblin Chief?
Well, he took his little ones and went to get fish. So they're about due back in about 15 minutes. They almost always come back in the late afternoon.
Who wants to get out of here as fast as humanly possible, or gnomally possible?
I respectfully disagree. I think we should kill the Goblin Chief because if we don't do that, then we'll just continue to lose halflings.
You want to set up an ambush?
Sure.
We can stay on the upper story, set someone by the staircase, maybe have someone sitting in a corner behind the door. Sounds good, people?
Also, I want to figure out what's the business with Bob. Is he controlled by goblins to kidnap kids? Or, like, what made him to do such things to friends, like, who are supposedly allies or friends?
So what do you say or do or ask Pumpkin to figure that out?
I'm gonna ask Pumpkin how you got here first.
Well, I was by myself and they just grabbed me and put me in a bag.
Goblins or Bob?
No, it was Bob. Bob never acts like this.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got here, you see those dirty clothes in the corner? Those are halfling costumes. So what I think the goblins were doing is they were dressing up as halflings and then giving Bob fish because Bob loves fish. And they trained Bob that every time you kill a halfling, you get a big barrel of fish. And so...
Oh, so this was about rewarding bad behavior.
That's what I think is happening.
Deceiving Bob. Got it.
Yeah. Bob wouldn't hurt a bone in any halfling's body if he had the choice. There's no way he would behave like this normally. But the Goblin Chief had a plot and they hatched it.
We need like a rehabilitation center for badly trained bears.
Listen, I can tell you and your friends where they go fishing, so if you want to ambush them, I know how to do it. And if you want me to join you, just give me a weapon. I'm good with swords. I can help.
We got
You're
like 15
child.
minutes before they show. Well,
You're a child? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
She said, no, I'm in training. I'm going to be a fighter.
Nyx hands her recently grabbed short sword. Here you go. You can
I thought
take
you were
it.
downstairs. Don't you have to go upstairs first?
She kind of like brandishes the sword and said, I'm willing to fight you. We have to take out this Goblin Chief.
I guess. What you want.
So I do agree on taking out Goblin Chief, and then I want to do an insight check whether this is a good idea or not.
Okay, go ahead and roll insight.
Possible.
You can.
Got it. Let's see. So. 2, so I got 9.
From your perspective, everything that Pumpkin is telling you is true, and you think it probably would be a good idea, so you also agree with Nyx. If you take out the source of what haunted Bob or what took over Bob to begin with, you might be able to restore all relationships by murdering or capturing the Goblin Chief.
I thought he was trained according to Pumpkin.
Yeah, by the chief. Bob was trained by the chief.
That's according to Pumpkin.
So I would agree on ambushing. What are other opinions?
Are we ambushing ambushing them where they fish, or are we ambushing them at the, windmill? And Acebo, just wondering, can you deputize a bird or something to go on a scouting mission to locate where they are now?
So as you explain this, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
So that's a great idea, and then I would do that if we decided to ambush them at the fishing site instead of windmill.
Pumpkin chimes in.
Everybody?
Yeah.
So is everybody agreeing on ambushing them in the fishing site instead of here?
I mean,
Yes,
I think that would be a better idea, but we also don't know where they are right now. So
Pumpkin says, I do! I know where they are!
Where
where
are
are they?
By the river!
You said that generally they come back at this time. How far
Yeah,
away is the river?
so they think we would be here, but if we go to the river, they would never expect that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think we need to make a swift decision here so that they don't come back and then we can ambush them in time. So
Alright,
is everybody agreeing on ambushing them at the fishing site,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
river?
Can we
Got
do
it.
that next session?
We can.
Okay.
Okay, so let's put a pause on this adventure. I think we have an idea about where we're going to go.